Hey YouTube, Natchez 860. Smoking a Phil Rivera Bulldog with some Pegasus. When the building that I'm working in now opened in 1988, walked into the commercial kitchen because we provide one meal a day, and I saw all these high-tech appliances. Went to the executive director and I said, you know, we really need to find a commercial appliance company to come in and do preventive maintenance and check through all this stuff on a regular basis, as well as be on call in case something doesn't work, because if we can't put a meal out, that's a big problem. He agreed, but it never really went anywhere. Sure enough, about 2 weeks into opening, I get called down to the kitchen. Food service director says, the ice cream freezer's not working. So I said, where's the ice cream freezer? I'll put a picture of it up in the corner here. So I checked it out. It seemed to be running. Opened it up. Ice cream inside was soft. It was cool, but it wasn't soft. Or it was cool, but it wasn't frozen. So I said, my HVAC guy, I think, works on refrigeration. I'll have him check it out. So he comes in, puts gauges on it, goes through all the components, and he says, oh, it seems to be low on Freon. So we both agreed that was probably what the issue was, since it was a brand new unit. Maybe it had a leak, maybe it left the factory low on a charge, who knows. So he fills it up. He says, you should be all set now. A couple of days went by, get called to the kitchen. Ice cream freezer's not working. Opened it up, ice cream soft. Called the guy back in. He checked through it. He goes, oh, I think your sensor in the box is no good. It's not reading the right temperature. He replaced that. A couple of days go by. Ice cream freezer's not working. Guy comes back in. Replaces something else. And this kept going on and on and on. Got to the point where I hated the words ice cream freezer. I think we were 2 years into this. Back and forth all the time. Part of the problem was nobody was really monitoring this thing, so weeks would go by, and then all of a sudden somebody'd complain the ice cream was soft. We changed directors, and the new director grabbed me one day and said, you got to do something with this ice cream freezer. Thing's gotten to be a money pit. I want the thing fixed. All of a sudden now this is my problem. I made some phone calls, located the guy who designed the kitchen and got all the appliances for us. He says, hey, I work on a lot of these projects. He says, I don't remember what we sent to you guys, and all I can tell you is that if there's not a manufacturer's label on it, then it was custom built for us to fit a certain space from a company in New York. So he gave me the phone number and the person to call. I called the company up, go through the whole thing with them. Guy says, listen, we build a lot of custom appliances for places. I remember your project, but I don't remember the piece you're talking about. He says, if you can get it to us, we'll fix it and ship it back to you. So we loaded this stupid ice cream freezer on the back of a pickup truck, drove it into the Bronx, New York, 2.5 hours. Waited a couple of days and I called the company up. Said, what's up with my ice cream freezer? Guy goes, we don't know what's going on with this thing. We got to go through the archives, either in the basement or up in the attic. He goes, we got to find the build sheet and figure out what's going on with this. So he goes, I'll get back to you. A couple of weeks went by and I hadn't heard anything. I'm in the kitchen. The food service director says, what's going on with the ice cream freezer? I said, let me give him a call. Go into the director's office and I'm making the phone call and we're standing there waiting. Guy gets on the phone. I said, what's up with the ice cream freezer? He starts laughing hysterically. He goes, that's not an ice cream freezer. It was built to be a refrigerator. I was ready to kill somebody. I said to the director who's standing right there, the food service director, I said, who told you that was an ice cream freezer? She says, well, the ice cream fit in there. Guy on the other end of the phone is dying laughing. He goes, listen, there's nothing I can do with this thing. We're shipping it back to you. So we got this stupid thing back. I'll show you a picture of it today and what it does. It's a very expensive storage cabinet. I think we put double the amount of money into it that it was worth. Totally ridiculous. That's my story of the ice cream freezer. Thanks for joining me.